I think I'm depressed.
They never said it was gonna be like this, yet here we are. It's a beautiful day for blue jeans. The weather is perfect in my book, and the wind doesn't cut, but it rather kisses. And even in this sad state that I'm in, I'm going to try to find the whimsy in this world of woe. I really thought in all my years of mania that I wouldn't experience the swing going fully in the opposite direction. But I would say I'm blessed to have people who are here to support me through my ups and downs. So today, it seems like it's depression. Yet I must remind myself that tomorrow could truly be delight. And though I wish the cigarette could last longer, I know in a lot of different ways everything has its time, and I'm meant to last longer than these emotions that I do feel. Thoughts really do shape your reality, and I'm trying not to get too lost to sea. Instead, rather just try to surf. I've been sad before, we all have. And it's an emotion that's essential to a full view of life. But this hurts because it doesn't feel like the me that I know, or at least the me that I'm proud to be. I'm wading in the waters, and I can feel the tide rising around me, so rather than choosing to see it as a cool calm, I see the current surf as currently suffering. And in a lot of different ways, it boils down to the perspective while in the pond. Ashore, there are plenty of friends I see relaxing in the sand, and I could choose to join them if I choose to swim over. But for some reason today, I would just rather sink. But still, for the sake of those who I love, and for the sake of the love I wish to find within myself, I shall choose to find the whimsy in these waves. I do not wish to be swallowed. I do not wish to succumb or simply to survive. I truly do want to enjoy these next 2 days off because I have worked so very hard for them. And I know sitting here on my laptop will not be the balm I so need for the heart, but I still do wish to follow the flowers, as I have said before. So through the sea I go with hopes of finding myself soon ashore. It's in this depression that these feelings come to the forefront, normally very small, almost silent. They too must have their day in the sun to speak. Normally spoken softly or with hushed tones, today they are amplified till it's the only sound I can hear. Though this still does not make them truth, in fact, far from. But when it's all you can hear, it can seem like it's all there's ever been. These tones I speak of are a wish for independence as I see in others, but not necessarily as I need for myself. To be a man capable of holding my own, to be a man able to bear the weight I have been given, the weight of responsibility I hold high on my shoulders, and choose to walk forward with it ever still. The weight of responsibility that is meant for me has been lighter thanks to others shouldering the load, but it has developed some of the biggest cuts in my stomach as well. And they bleed when others have to help me. And upon reflection, I view this now as a blessing when before it was a curse. But these tones that I so hear see it as the reverse. This is not to say I wish to deny helping hands or that I bite the hand that feeds me, but there are still some facts of life that make me uncomfortable with how I live, that make me feel uneasy, that make me feel like less of a man. And as much as these ideas stay in flux and are rather fictitious these days, I can't really think of a better built metaphor to boulder me through my blues. It still stings for a reason that has simmered in my depths since youth. I've always been the friend that was broke, that could never hold down a job for more than a few months, and the war of my early 20s might be a story for another time, but today it feels like I have PTSD. In a way, I feel like in my deepest depths that I lack a clear vision on what I want to do with my life. And in a way, me not being able to find it within the fog can be more of a noose than it is an ability to nurse. It's the amount of options that actually truly overwhelms me. And it's the opposition of potential failure that binds me, while the optics on what I have accomplished, such as this, such as my art, are truly overshadowed. And the view I hold in high regard is a milestone that is not of my own making. When faced with such a decision, and placed aboard my own ship and told to sail in any direction I so choose, the thought of the open sea still does overwhelm me. Even I, as captain with crew and cargo full, cannot give directions or orders in which direction or order we depart in. Perhaps it's because I'm scared that the time at sea under my guidance will bear unfit fruit, or worse, that we will be stranded and succumb to the sea. To say it simply, I'm afraid of failure. Upon reflection today, out of the depression, I know that failure is a beautiful start. In fact, it could be your first step. So as I peer into my deepest depths, I fear that when the water of my soul comes to a still, whether seen as shallow or deep, the eyes that will find my own will not only be ones unrecognizable to me, but will be the ones I cannot bear to meet. In a word, the eyes I find beneath my very being will be craven. Now, one could say this is a very depressing view of the light and life I am living. But I think it was just the moment and the muck that I was in. And the thing about depression is that it's truly amazing. Some would say different, but we try to find the silver lining among the clouds. It places you dead present. That's to say, it doesn't remind you of your past and all the life you have lived and lived through. The pain and turmoil I have pushed through to prove myself triumphant gets blindsided by my blindness to how I have been bound up before and broke through ever still. A beautiful reminder of such is being bound in a book that is also in its becoming. It's a book of reflections, and is it damn good to have a reminder on a day like I had that day. I should remember to frame the painting that is my past, for it is truly a piece of work. The pigments of pain and poignant points, but a work of art nonetheless. It's only through perspective that I can see the full picture, when it never went according to plan, or at least that's what the past perspective posed. The wars I've waged within have yes wounded, but the fact that I willingly write means that the white flag has not caught wind. Even in the case where a sailor is on his second peg leg, the shade of that stained cloth will truly be colored crimson. I think of how through countless battles I have learned to emphasize with my enemies, and the last of them now live within, but I wouldn't have been able to find love without. So as I continue to build this pathway, even on air, I can craft the clouds that will carry me through, with guts that are damned but I received and redeemed, with a brain that is damaged, doomed for destruction, but is able to undoubtedly understand, undergo, and undertake, with a body that seems brittle but bolsters boulders, bounds all boundaries, and keeps going like my coin phrase that hasn't made monetary sense yet, but to me still means millions. And a spirit that stands up, and I'm humbly honored to everyday hone. Personal accolades aside, I'm just happy to smile. But for now, I have to remember the rules of this limbo. It's of course about having fun, but always keeping a tight core. And my brother, balance no matter how low you get. So to you, Jordan, I'll raise my glass from the other side of the bar. You see, with the life I have been gifted, it becomes a given to become the blessing, and not crucify such as a casual curse. As captain, I choose my own direction to bravely sail, and with a crimson crew to help create the crusade, I leave the white flag ashore, and leave to sea, overjoyed as we fly high our Jolly Roger. No matter the height of the waves or the strength of the storm we face, I'm happy to learn the ropes, but never be hung by one. And I'll leave you hanging with this. Now is the time to be brave and honest, calm and clear. And though my thoughts swim, I shall not drown in them. And though my stomach churns, sea legs shall grow strong. And though my heart aches, it's in this same chest at journey's end I shall discover my truth, as well as my treasure. Depression's a motherfucker. Don't let it get you down too much. Tomorrow is a brand new day, and I hope to see you here to face it. Have fun. All right. Love you guys. Thank you and take care. I've been Jordan. What he said.